Hello everyone, I am Tacet and welcome to the Gems of War raid stream, week 30, day 1. So today, we got ourselves, of course, raids for the Kingdom of Drifting Sands. This is a little bit of a weird kingdom. It has a good mythics. Legends are okay. Everything else from the kingdom pretty much useless. That's a great summary of it, pretty much. I actually already finished out the troop thing from testing so many teams for the video this morning. However, we got ourselves some really shiny deeds today. We've been getting a lot of deeds, it feels like, the last week or so. But yeah, we got some deeds of fire here, 4 of them for red, and 6 of them for brown and 2 an imperial, so quite a few. I believe that's almost enough to fully max out 2 brown kingdoms too, even though I haven't done a single one yet. Let's see, what's the total on that? It's 6 higher than whatever this is, possibly 7. Because I'm not sure if my guild completed out the brown tree yet. I don't think it has. Probably have it another day or two. Oh, what am I looking for? I'm looking for, I need to find a brown kingdom. What's a good brown kingdom? Or literally a brown kingdom, doesn't even matter. Is Drifting Sand brown? It's brown or yellow. Where's a brown? There we go, there's a brown. Yeah, we already have enough, never mind. We don't even need the other 6. We already have enough even without it to max out 2 whole brown kingdoms. The main reason I'm not is because we're low on imperials. We only have 9. Well, currently 8, but obviously we'll get a 9th off the task soon, TM. But yeah, there's that. Other than that, speaking of soon, TM, version 4.8 very soon, TM. It's probably a few weeks off. I highly doubt it's going to be in a week or two, but it's likely going to be late March or early April. But we are getting the preview for next patch tonight, so that's going to be pretty cool. So yeah, we'll be getting that. It'll actually be right after the stream in about a little over an hour from now. I won't be going over it until Tuesday night there, though, on this channel. However, for any of you that do want to catch it tonight, it will be on soon, pretty much right after the stream. But anyways, that's what's going on. So let's get into raids. First things first is I think I need to go change up my perks. What team are we going to be using? Probably the Vespera team. So in that case, where's my 20%? We'll go 20% into 8 magic, and that should be perfectly fine to roll it through. So I am going to be running the Vespera method. Of course, we covered several teams in the video earlier this morning. But most likely just going to be sticking with Vespera this entire time for this event. Basically a double Mad Prophet in order to give us mana accumulation. Keep in mind you can only cast once, one of them, not both. Once you cast one of them, both of their abilities get knocked out. This is actually beneficial in a way, given that it basically unblocks their purple mana. So you might notice that we're basically blocking purple right at the beginning of the battle. However, we're technically not, because the second we cast one of them, we are no longer blocking. So right now you can see that he's currently blocking for 8 mana. However, now he can't block at all because he doesn't have any mana that he can use. So you can end up just doing that, then spam it into hero, and then kill them out with a bunch of these casts. And that's pretty much the whole premise of this, is just to get a nice amount of magic, ideally get alignment, kill out the entire team, boom, dead, and rinse and repeat. Even through Entangle, we still end up getting the kill. But yeah, that's what I plan to run for the entirety of raids. And as far as doing the normal amount, we should be able to get it done if you just do like a tier 3, tier 4. We, of course, did tier 4 just to get the new raid troop to max. I'm not sure if I'm going to bother using the raid troop for this event. Of course, using a Mang with the raid troop event would end up, or with the raid troop, I would end up working out pretty well. However, I don't think I'm going to even bother switching to that method, because I believe Vespera will be able to go all the way. Pretty sure it'll be able to. And that's pretty much the game plan. Oh, I could have actually killed him there off that yellow alignment. It wasn't a free turn, but it was aligned enough to get a poke. Come on, I just want 1 poke. At this point, we probably almost have enough magic to wipe him anyways, even without a poke. No, I still need poke. Come on, where's our poke? Oh no, I didn't mean to cast it yet, whoops. Oh well, he's unlikely to win off of that. Though he's sure trying to. He sure is trying. There we go. But I meant to get an alignment on the poke so that the poke would have hit the Zugoff, because the AoE would have killed out everything else. But anyways, hello everyone! Let's see. Hello Bill Warhammer, hello Army Xtube, hello Original, hello David, hello Clown Shoes, hello Andrew, hello Adam, hello Bill, hello Jellybean, hello Strodium's Cats, hello Jefferson, hello Tyranny, hello Hobin, hello Vangor. Hey, Vangor's back. Are you still playing the game? Or are you just back to say hi? Hello Isabel, hello Cookie, hello Andrew. On Soulforge, for you, you have the option to craft Yasmin's Pride? Oh, are you on Switch version? Because I don't believe Yasmin's Pride should be on any other version. But yeah, if you're on Switch, yes, Yasmin's Pride is 100% worth crafting. It's among one of the better weapons in the entire game. Definitely top 10. It is an insanely good utility option. It has the highest amount of HP gain to your entire team of any weapon in the game, and is particularly good at upscaling for various game modes like Invasions, Tower of Doom, and stuff like that. But yeah, I highly advise crafting Yasmin's Pride on Switch this week then. That is one of the better weapons in the game. It works really good with Ketris, Yagwe, mainly those two troops. Basically anything that has an HP boost ratio. It's very rarely used in teams that don't have any kind of HP boost ratio, though it technically could, because it still gives a nice amount of durability. But it's normally used with a Ketris or Yagwe just so that you can use the HP as damage. What was the yellow Doom weapon team you mentioned in your video? It's double of the common, followed by the Doomed Axe, followed by Vespera. It's basically the exact same premise of this team, but yellow. Because this kingdom has two commons. One is purple and one is yellow, both of which allow Vespera to be used, oddly enough. So quite interesting how that coincidentally works. Wonder if they intentionally did it like that. But that's one of the few things this kingdom does have synergy-wise, is that both the commons on their single color actually do synergize with Vespera. Not the best of troops for synergy with her, but they do technically synergize. But yeah, I should have probably mentioned that team. Or, you know, had like a copy-paste for it earlier. But all you would do is, I forget the name of that troop, but if we go to Drifting Sands, you would replace out the first two troops with, where'd it go? With Rock. So you would replace both the Mad Prophets with Rock, and you'd replace out the Doomed Scythe with the Doomed Axe. And that's all you would do. So you replace the first two with Rocks, and then you replace the Scythe with Doomed Axe, and then you have yourself the pure yellow version of it, both of which can be used for this event. They cannot work for Thursday's event, neither of them, because you can't use Vespera, but they do both work for raids, which is the more important event anyways. Which class? You'd probably switch to Priest class, just for the extra yellow. I'm basically doing that right now with purple. I'm using Archmages for the purple bonus, so that we gain more purple mana accumulation. You could just use the same thing doing Priest. Because right now I'm actually using +2 bonus, not +3. And Priest actually has a +2. And the reason I'm not using +3 on this right now is it has Explosion on extra turn. But then again, with how purple our team is, we might actually gain more value from doing it. Explosion's normally only good if we have like 5 or 6 manas. But it's still board clears if nothing else. And it can chain the Doom Skulls together, which is one nice thing about having that one explosion. So if we have a bunch of Doom Skulls on the board and we get a random explosion, we can just chain like 10 of them together if they're close enough. Okay, I need a purple really badly right now. I don't think we have any good chance of getting it, so let's take that for now. A double blue. It's not what we wanted though, but I'll take it, move that over, and should be able to roll with this now. I'm just going to keep doing this until we get alignment probably. Which, of course, we need yellow to skulls, and there we go. And that should almost be matched. Unfortunately, he blocks with that 8 HP there. What else do we need? We'll go for one more on there. And he'd be dead. That is all we really need to do. And while Rock doesn't get to give you mana accumulation, he does have an attack gain, if I'm not mistaken. He gains like 40-something attack after he casts, which is almost a doubling. Let's see. What do we even take here? I need at least one purple mana accumulation. I really hate that exploding a single gem does not count as +1 mana. It used to be a really useful mechanic that can't be done anymore. Alright, we'll throw a double Doom Scythe to kill him. One more Doom Scythe will kill as long as we have one skull alignment on it. Let's see. We don't currently have it though, so we'll try again. Now we do. And it's extra turn in case it wasn't a win. But it definitely is a win. Would you use Stormcaller? Yeah, you could use Stormcaller with it. Perpetual Yellow Storm would definitely help out Vespera. There's one thing that we are missing on this team. We do not have Purple Storm. Though, speaking of Purple Storm, Valraven actually gives us Purple Storm if we die on something. Obviously, we'd very rarely utilize that. But if we can somehow kill our first lot, we will get Purple Storm. Wait, is it when one of his allies dies or one of us die? Never mind, it's when his ally dies. Oh, cool. So if we kill something on the enemy team when we have a Valraven, we get Dark Storm. That's quite convenient, because we actually need Dark Storm. Okay, there's our Dark Storm. Oh no, Bone Storm. Where did that come from? Did he have like a Skylar or something behind? Oh well. But we'll go and move that down. Take the other one. And dead. What was the other thing that ended up doing that? Hold up. Oh, it was the one right beneath, whatever her name is. I completely forget her name. That one in power convert thing. I forgot. I believe she has Skull Storm on def. When something dies. That's not good. You ruined my purple storm. Oh, so hello, the Big Nasty. Hello, Barbara. Hello, Zex. Hello, Jamie. Hello, Andrew. You just got recently got addicted again? Nice. I've never stopped being addicted. What do we grab here? I'm gonna be addicted to Animal Crossing soon. I'm still too hyped for it. It can't come soon enough. Also, if anyone's getting the I'm not sure if anyone on this channel even would be, but if anyone's getting the Animal Crossing Switch and you don't want the Joy-Cons, let me know, because I'm looking to buy the 2 Joy-Cons for it, and I'm finding it really hard to find. I'm pretty sure it'd be somewhat easy on eBay or something like that once it actually comes out, but trying to find someone preemptively just so it'd be easier. But if not, I'll just look on eBay once it actually launches. The console's coming out, I believe, on the 13th. The game's not coming till the 20th, though. It's kind of weird because they're selling the set for, but it doesn't include the game because the game's not actually launched yet. It's kind of funny. Doomsife's make a Bone Storm. Oh yeah, doesn't that have it on it too? I completely forgot. It has a Doomskull Storm, doesn't it? It was actually one of the good things about the Scythe. However, in this situation, it's actually bad. Oh no, never mind. It's just normal Bone Storm. Yeah, you're right. I guess that could somewhat be helpful though. If we're gonna keep clearing the board after we do it, we could end up getting more Skull Pokes. Makes it easier to get them. But that does make it so in many situations we're actually gonna want to hold a little bit longer on Scythe. Let's see. We'll take that down for now. I'll grab that. Unfortunately, it explodes exactly where I don't want it to. What do I want here? We'll grab that again. Come on, all we need is one little alignment. We're gonna have like one-shot range before we even get alignment. At this rate. There we go, finally. And that's it. Yeah, I think I do want to get rid of the one explosion for an extra purple. Because it keeps exploding yellows, which is kind of getting in the way. Let's see. Now we can also switch to Hero Class as Purple Storm. We actually don't have any. We can start with Doomskull Storm, though. I almost feel tempted to. Just for fun. Okay, we're going to do a double change there. Because Doomskull Storm's not going to put too many on the board, but they'll still help us. Okay, so now we got Doomskull Storm in play. While also having a +1 purple instead of the explosion. Let's see how this rolls now. So we'll throw it out there. Got a nice Doom Scythe already, which undoes our Doomskull Storm for Skull Storm. And that is match? Yeah, there we go. Man, he's dead. I almost just took mana instead of killing him. But there we go. Easy enough. How far are we on the event? We're almost already done. Is someone going for leaderboard? Do we seem high up on there? Yep, that's why. I was going to say. That looked way above average. And it is above average. It's because Jen is going for leaderboard. Congratulations, Jen. Where are you on leader? Whoa, really? Congratulations, Jen. 3rd place leaderboard. That is some grinding right there. But yeah, I believe Jen's trying for top 2. Hard to tell if it's top 1. Because top 1 normally just goes way, way far ahead. But very nice, Jen. I was going to say, that's like way above average being on like the second to last one already. But that would explain it. I knew someone was going for a leaderboard. Didn't realize they were going that hard for leaderboard. Let's see. We'll take that for now. We have even one person goes for leaderboard. You could technically buy 0 tiers and probably still get all rewards. Just because the person that gets leaderboard just gets an absurd amount of points. Relative to what a normal amount would be. Especially if they're trying for a top position. Like top 6 or top 2 or top 3. Well, technically top 3 is the same thing as top 2. And most don't try for top 1 just because it costs an absurd amount of resource and time to ever make a top 1. I still have yet to bother doing that for any event. Mostly because it requires several thousand gems. And a lot of time. But the gem aspect is more annoying than the time aspect. Because it can easily cost you upwards of 5,000 gems. You can get 2 pure factions done, almost 3 pure factions for the same amount of gems. Speaking of that, we only have 1 pure faction left as well. Of Sea of Sorrows. Then we have finished every single one in the game. Hello, the Phoenix. Welcome. Oh yeah, a lot has changed in the last year or two. Like a lot. What do we take here? I've been meaning to cover a video on that too. Because I know there have been some people that have been coming back after a long period of time. In the last year and a half, the game has drastically changed as far as its resource economy and other various things that you focus on. Most of the meta is actually really similar though. Which is another video I've been meaning to cover that I still haven't yet. So many I need to go do. Get the time soon. Should be free most of this week. Well, not most of this week, but enough time to get a video or 2 out. Also, whoa, we just got a horrible thing right there. That was a blue, yellow, purple. That is the exact opposite of what we want to see. However, that does give us the setup to kill, so I guess it works. You said in your event objectives video that City of Thieves is the best farming faction. That is correct. You thought Mirrored Halls was slightly better, though? No, mostly because of a couple factors. One room Cedrics and the team compositions that you have to use are the 2 main factors that ends up allowing City of Thieves to be a little bit better. Theoretically, if you break down the full amount of resources from Mirrored Halls, it is better in instances where it doesn't have Cedric. However, in any kind of situation where both of them would have Cedric, City of Thieves is better. So yeah, Mirrored Halls can theoretically be considered ever so slightly better. However, there are a lot of caveats to that. Like, all the treasure rooms are far away from the starting room, which makes Cedric's worse. It has worse team compositions that are capable of being used, whereas City of Thieves is quicker. And I believe those were the main 2 factors. But yes, it does have 1 less guaranteed. Oh yeah, that was the 3rd one. It has a higher chance of having a more amount of treasure rooms. Or not a higher chance of having more, but it has a chance of having more higher than the other faction. And what I mean by that is the other faction, Mirrored Halls, tends to have 4 pretty much every single time. While it does have a few rooms that can be treasure rooms, City of Thieves has multiple that can end up being treasure rooms, and even though it only has guarantee 3, it can end up getting like 5 or 6 off the other ones, which ends up making up for that value on occasion. But no, they're both really good. Like, if you were to do one compared to the other, it would be fine. But I would overall say City of Thieves is slightly better if you take in every single factor. What do I grab here? I'll take that. But both are insanely good. Like, if you're doing either or, it's fine. I just much prefer City of Thieves. Because if you look at what kind of teams are available for both, the City of Thieves ones are just way more bearable to use. Let's see. What do we take here? Take that for now. Hopefully get alignment on it. Grab that scythe, and that should almost kill everything except the last slot. Unless we get enough skulls, that is. Okay, let's just go get one more scythe, I guess, and that should be enough to kill, and he's dead. Actually, we could just take another skull, and he's already out off of that. Don't even need another cast. Also, once we finish out raids, we'll probably hand out code, which means about 8 to 10 more battles with Val Ravens. And there'll be a lot more codes tonight with the dev stream when they go over the next patch. But yeah, that means on Tuesday we'll finally be able to discuss it, which will be fun. Let's see. We'll go for that for now. Because until it's public knowledge, I cannot mention much. Some of it I think already kind of leaked a little bit, but I still don't want to mention it until then. So I'll mention it tomorrow night. Oh no, did we just do the glitch without even trying again? I did. When are they fixing that? Not even trying to use it, and it's just giving me free glitches. Let's see. We'll take that, throw the other thing down, grab our hit. I've probably triggered it about 100 times on accident. And that's not even an exaggeration, because it's been out since sigils have existed. Or since those bonuses have. Oops, I accidentally clicked 100%. Wow, thought it was only 50%. But there we go. That ended up costing me 15 gems the other week too. Or no, it was 10 gems. Because it made me waste sigils. It doesn't initially make you waste sigils, but it does after the fact. If you forget to switch it back to normal. Let's see, I'll take that over, take that over. I'm not even sure if that fix is actually even going to be in next patch. Which would be quite unfortunate if it's not. However, it's existed for so long that I wouldn't be surprised if it doesn't get fixed. Let's see. We'll take that for now. Grab the skull. Get our other skull. Grab our thing for there. And that should almost be match. Take our other thing right there. And he's dead. 5 more battles, because we're definitely getting at least one more Valraven in there. So apparently not this battle. I keep on like hover down to go cast Leprechaun. Such a natural habit to just instant Leprechaun every battle. Such a powerful troop. What do we grab here? Take that. I'll grab another one of those. Nice alignment right there. That didn't be enough to kill off of it. Close. We're one skull short. Oh, there we go. Nice. Cascaded it. Very nice. I guess it should be Valraven. No, it is not. The next battle is definitely Valraven then. I have no clue what our previous Valraven was. It's a little bit hard to predict it exactly. And there's definitely one more Valraven in there. I'll throw that down. Bit of a huge miss. Don't have much of a follow-up now. Because we even used all of our mana accumulation already, unfortunately. No real alignment either, so let's go for that. Which is the other way that we could accumulate some of our mana back, is off alignment off of purple. Oops, I did not mean to cast on you. Yeah, we'll do back on Scythe again. There we go. And that should be match, or pretty close to it. And this does not kill, so I'm going to take that then. Come on, all we need is one skull alignment and we win. You know you want to. Go on, oh, there we go, and we won. Oh, never mind, Scythe was already enough damage. Hello, Kalthos! Welcome! Yeah, pretty easy to lose track of time. But glad you can make it. Also, hello, Darth, welcome. And hello, Remmerford, welcome as well. No Valraven? When was our last Valraven then? Huh, odd. Oh well, not too big a deal. This means this is the last battle for now. We'll go hand out code. I'll take that for now. Grab it until we get alignment. Ideally, extra turn alignment at this point. We'll wait it out. And we already got it. Nice. First time the first one after I say that. We end up getting it immediately. Again, I did not mean to cast on you. However, that does give us the kill, so I guess that works, and you're dead. I guess that was actually beneficial because that might have helped it create yellow. But there we go. And as that, we'll claim the rewards a little bit later. Probably have all of them if Jen is still going for top 2. Because if she's going to top 2, then you know, they'll probably push our points enough that we'll end up getting it. Like, her alone is like the entirety of Portal 9 by tomorrow. But how many points that is. Then everyone else picks up the rest. But anyways, that's that. Let's go hand out code. And then mess with everything else we need to get around to. So, code. The almighty code section. I believe this was the one we gave out yesterday. Again, I just always like double checking to make sure we don't skip any codes. And yep, that was yesterday's one. So this one would be today's one then. Let's see, this one right here. Put that there. Copy, copy, paste, paste. And here you guys go. Use it on gemsawar.com for the game code section. Your invite code can be found underneath your settings menu, right in the bottom left of the settings menu. Redeem codes right over there in chat, the D6, AQ, and all those. Random numbers and letters. And it gives the same reward as always. Oh, gosh. Who's giving out all these codes right now? Well, one of these is ours. I guess it's Key Lime right now. There you guys go. There is one redeem code. I shouldn't have clicked them all. But gives 2 treasure maps, 1 gem key, 200 souls, and 2,500 gold. And we have one every single stream that we do, of course, every single day at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And tomorrow night we'll have one going over 4.8 preview. And also they'll have probably a few more tonight when they do the 4.8 preview. But there you guys go. Okay, next order of business. 5 codes? That's a lot of codes. Well, he didn't stream, like, at all last week. Didn't he skip, like, 2 streams? That's probably why he gave out so many. It seems like we give out so few per stream just because we stream much more than anyone else. Because the devs only stream twice a week, and they give out, like, 3 each stream or so. Key Lime, I think, streams 3 times a week, and I believe averages around 2 to 3 per stream. But we actually give out probably the most amount of codes. However, it's more distributed than anyone else. We give out about 10 codes a week or so. Like 9 to 10, because if I do 1 per stream, that's 9. That's 9 codes a week, so it's just a lot more distributed because we tend to only give out 1 per stream. Though sometimes we give out 2, or a bigger code for some. But anyways, next order of business. Let's go clear out dailies. We got a lot of good dailies today. Mostly the deeds that are available right now. Pretty shiny deeds. Also, I mentioned Phoenicia team. Why not use Phoenicia? Phoenicia is craftable this week, so if you want to finally go pick up a Phoenicia. Great card to have later in the game. Definitely not a first pick. She's like probably like the 12th pick you would go for as far as mythics are concerned. However, she's still useful into later game. If you have a really high magic output, she has the highest single target, or sorry, she has the highest single cast full AoE damage. She does less overall damage than something like a truffle. However, if you're going for quick kill, she's the best quick kill AoE in the game. Which is a nice benefit for her. It works particularly well for pet battles, dungeons, and dailies. It can also farm the highest trophy rate in the game off of Explore 5. So it has all those purposes, which is quite a few locations. Most of those you don't really necessarily need it for, though. Like pets, there's plenty of things that you can run it for. Dailies can be ran with pretty much anything. However, the trophy rate is unique to her. No troop can farm trophies quicker than Phoenicia. It's not a high priority to craft her. But she has become surprisingly viable over the last few months. She went from kind of just like this useless AoE troop to pretty decent. Pretty much ever since they added 12 magic, she's been viable. Because she ends up getting 24 additional damage from it due to the storm. Meaning that she gains one of the highest benefits from the 12 magic of any troop in the game. Because not only does she have full AoE, but she gets double the value from it. Which is one of the biggest reasons why she even became viable. Was because of plus 12 magic. Or plus 8 magic with 20%. However, this team is a plus 12 magic setup. Because you can use Mirage Queen to get her to full mana because she's an elemental. Yet another reason why Mirage Queen is the strongest 50% in the game. Also, speaking of that, I'm not even using magic. Because we don't need 20%, as I just mentioned. Since we have Mirage Queen. So, hello, Locknor! Hello, Chad! Welcome, welcome. Okay, let's get our Phoenicia down. Already dead. Easy as that. Also, we're going to gain a level this stream. Slow progress on it, but still making progress nonetheless. Also, I believe this is the last hero class I have that has Red Storm. I still haven't maxed the Diabolus hero class. Still got a little ways to go. We're at like 72 or something on it. I'm in no rush to get it maxed, though, of course. I still want to get Hierophant maxed before next week's Guild War, though. I believe we're at level 90. I still need to reach 100 by Tuesday. Next Tuesday. Not tomorrow Tuesday, but next week's Tuesday. We need it to be 100. That or by next Red, Yellow, or Purple Guild War Day. Because we need Infernus in order to make it work. Well, we don't technically have to have it, but it's one of the better options for it. Okay, almost full mana. Let's take that, and that should be the kill, and he's dead. Please drop Vault Key. It's the only drop you have that's useful to me. And of course you don't. But we get Imperial, which is nice. But yeah, a lot of great deeds. Definitely don't forget to go grab those today. Absolutely amazing. And since we're already set to this team, we don't even need to switch out. Phoenicia clears these dungeons all in one shot. Even earlier in the game, in mid-game, she'd probably have enough damage to do so. Damage definitely pretty decent. Also, I could just take a triple extra turn there. There was another red extra turn and a yellow extra turn, but oh well. Explosions work too. Gotta love Leprechaun. What time does Salty start streaming? In about an hour, or actually a little bit less than an hour. She starts at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is in 45 minutes from now. Assuming they start on time. However, it's a stream that's going to be a preview thing, so they might be a little bit late because they're going to have someone else other than Salty on. They might even have Surian and Nimhane. I'm not sure who everyone they're going to have on for it, but it might take them a little bit longer because there's going to be multiple people on stream rather than just one. So it'll probably be a little bit later than 9:30 as far as when it starts, but it might start on time. You never know. But anyways, we got that. I got that, and that's all of our main dailies then, which means, as I mentioned earlier, it is time to go level up Hierophant. So we'll keep doing that. Over to Zajin. What do we need again? Armor. Armor. And let's go and get that Hierophant level. One a day, we'll get it there. Oh, did I overwrite my team? I did for the video this morning, didn't I? Whoops. Well, not really a whoops. I needed it for the video, the slot. But let me go get it. Also, I believe this still has the wrong hero class on it. But let me go copy-paste this team. I never bothered recopy-pasting it with the right hero class. But let me get rid of this since it's what our raid team already is anyways. Why won't you let me paste? Oh, I added a space, that's why. Hello? Okay, let me copy it that way then. There we go. I hate how finicky it is sometimes. Yeah, this is still using Barbarian. Let me switch to the Hierophant, which we only need 10 more levels on. And let's go get one of those 10 levels. Let's see, how many more, or how much EXP do we need? Yeah, we should easily be able to get there. By the time we do, that's almost going to be the dev stream time. Or not really. We need 60 XP. 60 XP takes, what, 20 minutes? Yeah, about 20 minutes. So we could almost get 2 levels then. Almost. See how close we get. Hello, Drock Savage! Welcome. Why did not kill? There we go. Oh, I'm on Explore 5. Aha. I know why I didn't kill. I was gonna say, wait, why on earth did that not go? But I was doing Explore 5 here to show something earlier, and I never brought it back to Explore 3. Mistakes were made. Have I ever been outside the US? Yes. Canada, though. So that kind of doesn't count. It's like US 2.0. But no, I've never been, like, overseas. But I have been to Canada. 2 or 3 times. Was it 3 times? I think it's 3 times. But I've been to Canada, but I've specifically mostly the Toronto area of Canada. But I've never been anywhere else outside the United States. Yeah, I know. Canada doesn't count. It's pretty much just an extension of the United States by different governance. And they actually have a working healthcare system. Let's see. Let's take that for now. I do actually have a friend who wants me to go visit Scotland. He was the one that saw me a couple months ago. So if I am in Scotland, maybe I'll go visit you as well for some amount of time. Because if I was to ever go out of country, I'd probably be there for a while, like multiple months, because I can do my work from wherever. Like what we're doing right now, I can literally be anywhere as long as they have an okay or decent internet connection in order to work. But if I honestly would consider Scotland as probably the first place I would visit outside the country, to be honest. I've heard a lot of good things about Scotland. Ever heard of Trinidad? I've heard of the word. I don't know really anything about Trinidad, though. Let's see. What do we go for here? We'll go for that. Get herself a split damage. But yeah, I do intend to eventually leave the United States at some point. Or, you know, just to travel a little bit. I'm not, like, huge on traveling. But, you know, just kind of meet people. See the world a little bit. Definitely not a huge traveler, though. But did want to do it to at least some capacity. Though definitely not anytime soon until coronavirus is, like, dead. Which probably isn't until another year. Because the order of coronavirus is basically what's happening now. Then it's going to die down a little bit during summer. Then it's going to pick up again during, like, September and October. And then we probably won't get, like, a proper vaccine for it until early next year. It's probably, like, the full progression of it. Well, only time will tell. I ended up vomiting the last time I went on a plane. Though it was probably mostly because I ate too much before I went on the plane. But I do get motion sickness. It was actually only the first time, though. I've been on planes dozens of times, and it was the only time I actually ever threw up on one. I made it to the bathroom, though, luckily. Yeah, the only big issue with traveling is how expensive it is. And I generally don't have an excessively large amount of spare funds. Like a comfortable amount to survive off of, but not like anything excessively high. Let's see, we'll go for that for now. Also, I've been getting back into pure water again, and see how long that lasts. Been drinking nothing but water for the last, almost week now. Actually, that's not true. I cheated once with, soda with pizza the other day. But aside from that one time, I've been on water only. You can't not have soda with pizza. That's like a crime. A federal offense. Yeah, rip sparkly water. I do plan on getting back to sparkly water, though. Try coconut water. I'm personally not a huge fan of coconut flavoring. I'm not allergic to it, though. I just really hate the taste. I mentioned that because I'm allergic to nuts. However, obviously coconut is not a nut. However, I still hate its taste. 100 souls, that is a pitiful gnome. It's like one of his worst drops. When was the last time we ever got a glory troop that you didn't think was garbage? Tulio. A couple weeks ago. That one troop that is green-yellow. That gives a bunch of mana to all allies, as well as enchant. That is a really, really solid troop. It's like an alternative leprechaun. It's like, it has like a mana accumulation of a leprechaun, but it gets to give it to things that are completely blocked. Leprechauns are almost always better value than it. However, there are some really specific team setups, particularly ones that use double mythic or a lot of mana blocking under pure color, that she works really well for. So she's mostly a green or yellow oriented troop, and that team's really heavily composed of green and yellow is what you tend to use her with. I think the strongest team I've seen with her so far is Yasmin's Pride, Tulio, into Double Ketris. That's probably her strongest value that she has, and that is used for Green Guild War Day, and it could theoretically even be used for it's used for Green Doom, but it could also potentially be used for Green Guild Wars. I don't think I've tried it for Green Guild Wars, nor do I think I will, because I personally feel like Wild Queen would defend a little bit better, but that's probably the strongest team she's used for currently, and it could also be used for Delves in the same way. It could be used for green delves. Anything that has the color of green, you could build the entire team out of. Yasmin's Pride, Tulio, double Ketris. And you can replace out the second Ketris with a Tina or something, if you don't have the second one. Let's see, we'll go for that. That or just another mana accumulator like Leprechaun if you're stuck on green. A little bit weird using both of them together, but you can. Use both Tulio and Leprechaun together. Normally you'd use one or the other though. Because generally if you're using Tulio, that means your team is heavily mana blocked. And that's one of her biggest benefits. Because even if you're using something in last slot that's mana blocked by like 40 other mana, she can still feed it mana directly. And that's basically the whole purpose she's used for. It's why she's really situational, but she's really good overall. Explosion's better value if you have a team that's not really mana blocked. But when you're heavily mana blocked, Tulio is actually the better option than Leprechaun. However, in every situation where you can use multiple colors, where you're not restricted to a single color or anything, you tend to have, never use her. And that's a good majority of areas within the game. Even when you have dual color, like in Delves, you generally don't need her. Because dual color covers enough compared to single color that you wouldn't need it. Or at least not necessarily. It reminds me a bit of a Vespera in a way, actually. Just because Vespera tends to work in teams that are extremely heavily mana blocked as well. For a different reason, though. Mostly because it creates a lot of that same color. But Tulio does so because she can feed mana to it even though it's blocked. They do it in different ways, but they both kind of go around the same premise. Or somewhat the same premise. One nice benefit of Tulio, though, is you don't need to have pure color on your team. You can end up doing any kind of colors, as long as they all share the color. So Tulio can better cover teams that actually use all 6 colors, whereas Vespera can't. Vespera teams normally only use a max of 3 or 4 colors. Normally 3. Shabanu is in event key drop table right now. However, don't hold up for her because she is pretty rare. Not only is it rare to get a mythic off of event keys, but there's 2 mythics in the event key drop table right now. Scorpius and Shabanu. If you don't own either of them, it is worth considering throwing event keys this week. Almost every single drop is useless except for the mythics. However, both mythics are viable, so regardless of which one you get, you will get a good option. You either get Vespera or you get Scorpius, if you end up getting a mythic drop off of event keys this week. And both of them are ran for something meta in Explore. Shabanu's ran for the best trophy rate in Explore. Or sorry. I was saying Phoenicia because of the thing. Never mind. But off the event keys, I said the wrong thing. Wait, never mind. Phoenicia is not in the thing. But I don't know. I was confusing the other one real quick. But yeah, there's 3 viable things this week. There's Scorpius, Vespera, and Phoenicia. Phoenicia's in Soulforge. Vespera and Scorpius are in event key drop table. And Scorpius is ran for Explore 12, Phoenicia for Explore 5 for best trophy rate, and Phoenicia is ran for, Vespera is ran for pure color teams. And now I'm starting to confuse Phoenicia with Vespera. How many more things do I want to confuse Phoenicia with? No, Suna is definitely the one I do it with the most. Yeah, I always think Suna is Phoenicia. Like almost 100% of the time. I'm not sure what it is about it, but I see it as the exact same troop, even though they're vastly different. You've been using Scorpius for the raid boss event. Yeah, you can end up doing it. My main reason why I haven't been is the raid boss has immune to the attack. So you're only going to get 1 kill every Scorpius cast. What do trophies get you? Trophies don't really have much of a benefit at all. They can give you a little bit of extra daily seals. However, if you cap that out anyways per week, that doesn't really help you at all. The main thing that ends up giving you are mostly cosmetic things. For example, the more trophies your guild has, the easier it generally is to be able to recruit, especially if you're in the top 25 guilds in the game. As anyone who looks at leaderboard will be able to see that you're one of the top 25 guilds in the game. Other than that, it's used for a bunch of cosmetic things, like the background for your guild, as well as like some of the designs for your guild border, for the banner and everything. It's not really too important, but there are some guilds that do prioritize it to some capacity. Especially since generally the more trophies you have per week, the more you're farming resources like gold. Which means there's more gold for you to donate to the guild generally. Especially now that everything gives trophies. So trophies are more so like a representation of how much progress you've been doing. At least as a guild statistic. These aren't necessarily other ways to really track it that easily. But yeah, they're a rather useless resource. But it's still relevant that you can get the max rate of it. Because some people do care about getting them. But yeah, like a couple things that it can be used for, like these designs over here. Where to go? Well, one thing that it gets used for is the seal thing. You can get up to 19 per week. I believe that's up to 1 million. So if your guild gets 1 million, you actually have that maxed. Because that's when you end up getting the god tier thing. Which ends up, I believe, giving 19 seals per day for free. However, that does not go beyond your max. So there's that. But there's also these cosmetic things, like for this little banner. All of these that are over here. So the ones that end up getting unlocked from it are... I forget if Emblem does. Because I have all the emblems. Frame definitely does, up to 5 million. And then Background also does. And Background goes the absolute furthest. Currently goes to 7 million, and they're going to just keep expanding it over time. What's this for backgrounds for your guild? I actually really like the shop one. Actually, where's the library one? Oh, 7 million. That's like the absolute best one too. When we used to do the lore keeper things, that's the background we use. Honestly, it's probably my favorite background in the game. They used it for, I believe, upgrading as well. Under the upgrading screens, except they split it into a bunch of images. But this is actually probably my personal favorite background in the entire game. That and the shop. But yeah, this one, I would have to say overall. Figures they have it at 7 million. We're never going to be reaching that anytime soon. I think my guild's at not even 3 million yet. Let's see. Yeah, we're 3. Oh, hey, we did break 3 million. We're at 3.1 million. Pretty much. Catching up to that 22 right there. We better not fall off of 25. I'll need to get my guild to grind out those trophies if we ever start getting close to falling off. They were still in top 25. We do keep slowly going down, though. But we're still in it. Though I'd probably enforce a higher trophy requirement if we ever did start getting a bit lower than that. I'm not right now, just hoping that people would still keep up above it. But if that ever does dip down below top 25, we will be grinding to 25. Top 25 again. Even if that means we only have to do 3 trophy battles or bring out the Phoenicia trophy farming team. What I'm doing right now actually gives us slightly lower trophies as well. Because we're only gaining 1 trophy per battle. Anything that's related to Class XP farming does give us lower rate of trophies. Because the main thing you're prioritizing is the Class XP more so than any other resource. Let's see. We'll take that over. Grab our splits. It goes beyond max on Xbox. What does? You're usually maxed by Tuesday night, and we hit 40k every week by Wednesday. So on Thursday, you have no seals left. But Friday and Sunday, you have seals to spend again. Oh, does the daily one still trigger? It might. I think you have to already have your 2,000. And then if you already have your 2,000, it might still give it to you. However, if you don't already have it, it would just count towards it. So yeah, it might require you to already have your 2,000. Because if you don't have your 2,000 yet, it definitely does not raise your cap. I believe the 50 seals you get from guild works the same way. Where it counts towards your cap if you don't already have 2,000. However, if you do have 2,000, it still gives it to you. Without counting towards your cap since you already finished it. But yeah, I believe both of those mechanics work that way if I'm not mistaken. The 19 per day as well as the 50 per Guild War win. Which means it's theoretically always worth going for 2,000 seals on the first day, on Monday, to maximize your loot. It's not that big a deal, though. If you're looking to maximize every possible amount, that would be something to consider. I generally don't. I think I normally reach 2,000 by, normally I would say Thursday, if I'm not deliberately trying for it. Can easily be done in a single day, though. Hello, John. Welcome. Hello, Chad. Do you need to ascend troops to do all raid troops? That is. To do all raid troops. That is. I'm not sure what you're asking by that, but no, you do not need to upgrade them. The only reason I always max out mine is just for kingdom upgrades. Like right now, we can get drifting stands to 14 stars, and if I didn't max it out, it would only be at 13 stars. That's not really too big a deal because it's a really small amount of resources, but I like making my tribute as big as possible. That's the reason why I did it. But, no, you don't have to max out the raid or invasion troops every single time. It's actually a bad idea, too, until at least late game, if not end game. Mostly because they're really bad value to upgrade, since they're only ever used for a week and then never used again. The only reason I do is just because I have everything already maxed out in the game, and I like to keep it that way. However, they are really bad value to max out, despite the fact that I do it every single raid and invasion event. That's mostly just to maximize stars, because it ends up giving us, I believe, 0.25 higher tribute chance off of Drifting Sands, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, exactly so. Tribute chance plus 0.25. Because, you know, it's a 2.25 difference from there. But, yeah, that's what we end up getting from that star. Otherwise, we wouldn't have had it if we didn't upgrade the, raid troop. Oh, that's not what I want. Let's go back to... where'd it go? Zacian. Oh, so did we gain our level yet? I don't think we did. We should be right on top of it. We're like 10 XP or less off. Probably 7. Nope. A little more than that, actually. We are 14. Close enough, though. Double what I said. 14 more will gain that level. Let's see. What do we grab here? Also, after we gain that level, I'll probably go and head off. So we can go head over to the dev stream. Because I'm going to go get some food to go watch the dev stream with. Because they're probably going to be going for like an hour, hour and a half or so. Just so I don't need to go midstream and miss anything. Because whatever they mention, I'm allowed to say tomorrow. So I want to make sure I catch every single word that they mentioned. Because anything they say I can talk about. And hopefully someone will do on the forum a overview of it too. Just in case I forget something. There's normally someone that does it. I would, but I'm bad at like typing and listening at the same time. Can you ask a quick question before I go? Sure. Yeah, now would be a great time to ask any questions if anyone still has any to mention. Yeah, I might try using Scorpius Sum for the later part of the event. I personally don't feel like I need it yet because the Doom Scythe seems to be doing pretty good at it. At the higher range, we'll probably still need it, though. You're still debating if you should use your gem keys or not? For what? There's nothing in the drop table right now, unless you just want a random mythic. There's no exclusive mythic in it right now. How do they determine how much delve room gold you get each room? What do you mean by that? It's your multipliers affect it. So if you have like a 2.5 times multiplier and it says 300, it'll end up giving you what, 650 gold? Or whatever that would multiply out to. I just did horrible math right there. But it just takes the multiplier and it applies it to whatever value it says in the room. And every single room will always have the same exact gold value. In that whatever the room... not that every room will always have it, but I mean whatever the battle is will always specifically have it. For example, the 4 times Mimic room will always have 800 gold. The Cedric room will always have 800 gold. That one with those 4 leprechauns or whatever it was always has 2,000 gold. And every single one has a static amount of gold that it always gives. And then it ends up getting multiplied by whatever your current multiplier is. It's why you tend to go and take all the higher multipliers first and then save the treasure rooms for last. Because all those multipliers that you accumulated will apply to those rooms. So if you're doing something like that leprechaun room that will always have a 2,000 gold gain, you will go and take all the other multipliers first, gain something like a 3.2 multiplier or whatever by the end of the delve, and then that ends up getting multiplied onto the room, giving you something like, what is that, 6,400 gold? Somewhere's around there. So all gets multiplied together. Oh yeah, if you have 9 mythics, it's definitely worth going into gem keys. Yes, you are correct. Yeah, I would stop. Basically, how gem keys are is you tend to throw them immediately. Pretty much any time prior to owning half the mythics in the game. Unless there's a mythic that's coming up that you know you're really going to want, you tend to just use them immediately. Just to try to get a random mythic. Because once you have less than half the mythics in the game, you have a higher chance of getting a new mythic compared to not getting a new mythic. But once you finally have more than half, you tend to stop doing that. Because the chance of you getting a mythic you already own is higher than a chance of getting a mythic that you don't own. And generally, even if a mythic is bad at that point, you tend to save your gem keys for when new mythics come out, because it's a guaranteed copy of a mythic you don't own. Whereas, while you would have a chance of getting some good things when it's when everything's in a drop table, if you already have a good majority of the mythics, there's a good chance that you'll end up getting a completely useless repeat copy of a mythic. And in Gems of War, there's nothing you could really do with your excess repeat copies, unless it's something useful like a Ketris, a Ferris Ra, or something like that can actually use multiple copies. But a good majority of mythics do not function with more than one in a team. Like 90% of them or so. You got 2 mythics back to back. Congratulations, the Grey King and King Bloodwood. Very nice. Grey King's pretty useful. Bloodwood, not so much, unfortunately. It's rather underwhelming, unfortunately. But the Grey King. Oh, sorry, Grey King. I thought you said Possessed King. But yeah, Grey Kings also works pretty well. I'm personally not a huge fan of how Grey King functions, but it is pretty strong. It's a nice disable option. Yeah, a lot of people like Grey King. I'm personally not a huge fan of him, but he is good. Hey, there's a level. 91, 9 to go. Slowly but surely, we shall get there. Any other questions, anyone, or anything else I missed? Oh, you got gem keys with Phoenicia. Congratulations. That is a really nice pickup. Especially if you already have some of those magic tokens. Do keep in mind, you do have to synergize her with Red Storm. The best way to do this is with Sunspear hero class, which has Perpetual Red Storm, or any hero class that has immediate Red Storm if you're just going for a one-cast kill. Yeah, Phoenicia is nice to have. Also, if you don't already have it, you would want to have a fully traded Mirage Queen to go with it for half mana start on Elemental. And you get that from Sunken Fleets by throwing shards on it and then just trade it up. If you have any other questions, let me know now, anyone. Otherwise, we'll probably wrap up in a few minutes. Grab a quick snack and head over to the dev stream so I don't miss anything. As well as you guys not miss anything. And then tomorrow night we'll go over everything that gets mentioned. Or at least the more relevant parts anyways. I probably won't mention like literally everything they say. But all the more relevant things. Let's see. So you believe is a good idea to craft Phoenicia? Yes, however, it's not a high priority. It's like 15th craft. It's somewhere around 12th to 15th craft as far as priority order. Which is pretty low. It's mostly because you don't really use it till late game and end game. Like, you can use it earlier on in the game. However, most of its value doesn't come until later in the game. Otherwise, you'd probably get better value out of things like Truffle in most situations. Because the only value she has is her really high initial damage. Kind of like Rowan. Where it's basically just used for a single one-cast wipe. And it's basically the same thing you use Phoenicia for, but in a different method. You know when Hiking Iron Guts will be in Soulforge? No, we don't currently know. However, it could be anywhere from next week to like 2 months from now. Sometime within that time frame, we will see Iron Gut. But we have no clue exactly when. We know what isn't in the drop table. However, we know what will be in the drop table over the next several months. And we know what is not going to be in the drop table. However, we don't know of the ones that will be in the drop table, which one will actually drop. Right now, we're currently only through like 1/4 the current mythics, and one of those mythics that hasn't happened yet is Iron Gut this cycle. So, yeah, we don't have any time frame on that. Could be next week, could be several weeks from now. However, it is going to be semi-soonish, just because he is currently within this cycle and has not occurred yet this cycle. Yeah, he was in Soulforge last January. We already got a cycle reset since then. So he is possible in this cycle. So that means next Monday could have him, or it could be weeks. We have no way of knowing, but we do know he could happen soon. There's no way to ever pinpoint the exact date, though. Just because it's random which ones get picked. We know what it will pick from, but we just don't know what it will randomly pick of the 4. But any other questions, anyone? Let's see. Did I miss anything back there? Let's see. Between Ubistet and Phoenicia, I would honestly go Phoenicia in the current state of the game. In the past, I'd probably say Ubistet would be worth it. But Phoenicia in the current state of the game, especially ever since plus 12 magic, has become substantially better than a Ubistet. Let's see. Also, Ubistet has kind of gotten replaced by other troops that do similar mechanics. Which is the weapon? Which is the better weapon to use in this week's raid? Mang. Mang is pretty much always the answer for raid weapon, because you just throw Mang onto boss and then just take skulls to kill everything else out within rage. You can win every single raid pretty much just with a enrage hero class with Mang. You are on a timer and hope that the boss won't specifically target you. However, it is possible to potentially beat every single raid up to any difficulty level using just something like Titan Mang, and then just using supporting troops behind it. Let's see, we'll take that for now. Yeah, I'm pretty sure someone's going to be keeping track of intensive notes for the patch thing. Well, it's always good to keep your own as well. I used to write it up, but everyone just keeps writing up like big forum posts on it, so I've kind of not been as of recently. And worst comes to worst, I could just rewatch the stream if I needed to. It's only going to be like an hour and a half long. But anyways, any other questions, anyone? Otherwise, yeah, we'll be back tomorrow to summarize first thing. At the beginning of tomorrow's stream, we'll go and summarize the stream that they're about to do right now, very soon. But let me go get the link for that, and we can slowly start heading there. They're probably not starting for another 15 minutes, but I want to be there a little early just so we don't miss anything. I go grab my tribute as well. And we'll get 9 more levels on Hierophant soon, TM. We should get it this weekend. It's a vault event weekend this weekend. So 100% Hierophant will be maxed by this weekend, because we're going to be doing so many battles. And, oh yeah, we need to go do that pet. I'll do that off stream, though. I only need it for the pet food. I don't need more copies of it. I don't believe I do. Yeah, we just need it for the food. But anyways, I was about to mention one other thing. Oh yeah, don't forget to go to Deeds. Deeds are insanely good today. Or they're always good, but, you know, the adventure board is really good today is what I meant to say. So definitely don't forget to go to that. There's 6 brown, 4 red, and an Imperial. So 10 Deeds with an Imperial. That is a pretty good day for Deeds. But anyways, let me go get the link. And this is the dev stream. They'll be streaming in about 15 minutes, going over next patch. And we'll be mentioning it here on YouTube at the same time as always, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, hour prior to now tomorrow, in which we'll be going over and messing around with, or mentioning everything that ends up happening in 4.8 that they go over. Just as a quicker summary, because they're going to elongate it into like an entire stream. But tomorrow we'll just do a quick summary, of course. Anyways. What am I looking for? I'm looking for twitch.tv/infinity+2. Copy. And here you guys go. And assuming they start on time, they'll be up in 12 minutes. It might be a little bit later because they're probably going to have multiple people on stream. But there you guys go. There's the link for the dev stream. We'll be summarizing it tomorrow night. On your way, team, you picked the level 70 trait of exploding a yellow gem instead of +1 purple. There's a reason why. No, I actually ended up switching it back to +1 purple. I keep it that way mostly just because of the explosions onto Doom Skulls. However, due to the fact that we need the yellow on the board, it's actually more beneficial just to go for the extra +1 purple. But there are teams that I do use with it that do end up using the explosion instead. But that particular Vespera team, yes, it is better just to go the +1 purple for 3 total purple rather than the explosion. Mostly because you need those yellows on the page in order to get your Doom Skull converts from yellow to Doom Skull off the purple weapon. But yeah, +1 purple is better on it. That is correct. I ended up just having it with Explosion because I forgot to change it this morning. I sometimes do that I try to make all the teams correctly traded for the teams whenever I go and copy paste them, but sometimes I forget to switch them from what I normally default them to. Just because there's so many teams using so many hero classes. But anyways, guys, I'll catch you guys later. We'll be back, as I mentioned, hour prior to now tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we'll be going over the patch that they're going to be going over minutes from now. But anyways, guys, catch you later. Hope you have a wonderful, wonderful week. And yeah, new Mythic this weekend and Vault event this weekend. So we got a really exciting weekend then coming up. And 4.8 preview. So hopefully that means patch soon. We have no official date on it, though. And do be mindful, though, even though we're getting the preview right now, it's probably weeks before we get the patch. Though who knows, maybe they'll surprise us when we get it in like next week or something. I highly doubt it's going to be tomorrow. Very, very doubtful of that. And it's probably not going to be during a Guild War week either. So I'm not sure exactly when it's falling, but find out soon. Anyways, guys, catch you later. Thanks for watching, and have a wonderful day, wonderful night. Goodbye, everyone.